Okay, fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. If you are a Patreon patron, thank you so much for your patronage. If you are not, please try to remember to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. The instructions are in the show description. It's really easy to do. You got to renew it every month. We get paid. It costs you nothing, so please do that. And as a payback for that, you get to watch this stuff real time when it's published on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, you're getting it a week later, and that's because you don't have a Prime account. Otherwise, you have no excuse. Today's question comes from YouTube from Mr. Googlowitz. Key selling website G2A just admitted that some of the keys sold on its site are stolen. Where do sites like this get their keys from? Is it possible that some sellers are using these services to launder money by purchasing tons of keys and then selling them at a slight loss? Let me answer the last one first. It's possible. I mean, it's funny, and I actually think it's a really, really good question. My first inclination is not that people are criminals, but yes, if they're laundering money, and let me explain for those of you who don't understand laundering money. Laundering money means that you have money that comes from an illicit source. So you obtained it illegally. And you're trying to hide that by converting it into a legal cash stream. So yeah, I guess if you sell drugs and then you take the money from that and buy a bunch of keys, and then you sell the keys, you can show the IRS that you made your money by selling keys. The real fear of money laundering is that terrorist organizations use that to hide the source of funds for them to carry out a terrorist attack. So it's bad, and you don't want to support money laundering. If in fact they are allowing people to launder money, they will be shut down. So I hope that's not true, because it's really bad for society. First part though, some of the keys sold on the site are stolen. I think G2A is a kind of a combination of first parties selling content at a discount, and they don't want to market the content at a discount. So let's just say you have XYZ game that's $60 and the developer wants more people to play it, so they put a key out on G2A for $40, but they don't want it to look like they're selling it, so they allow it to be discounted as if it's a third party selling it. So that's first party making it appear that someone is just getting a discount deal. Some of the keys are people who got keys and they're just trying to monetize what they got. I get game keys all the time. It would never even occur to me to try to sell them, but I probably get one a week. I probably get 50 a year, and I probably play 15, 20 of the games, and then I just forget about the others. I delete the email. So I guess I could sell them there, and if I get them, so does another several hundred people. So it's probably some of that, and that's kind of the eBay model. I got something I didn't need and I resell it because I don't need it. I wouldn't do that because they're giving it to me to play, and if I'm not going to play it, I'm not going to cost them any money. But I'm sure it's some of that. And then the stolen, it's entirely possible that someone is doing a scrape and looking for whatever the number of digits, 25 digit, 16 digit strings of code, and figuring out what that is. And maybe they hack email servers and say, Microsoft sent out a bunch of codes to Gears of War Tactics, and we were able to hack the emails and steal the codes and sell them on G2A. So the problem is, I think, that the keys have value because they represent a game. And anything that has value that can be stolen will be stolen. So it's not a surprise if G2A gets keys that are stolen, because they wouldn't have any way of knowing or testing where you got them from. I'm hopeful they are not assisting terrorists in money laundering or drug dealers. I don't know the answer, but your question was, is it possible? Sure, it's possible. And by the way, there's some people on eBay who are selling stolen stuff or money laundered stuff too. And there are some people in Vegas who are taking illicit gains and buying chips and pretending to gamble and leaving. Watch Ozark. That's the Ozark TV show on Netflix is all about money laundering, and it's about drug cartels, money laundering. So you'll get an education. Anyway, I don't know how to answer it other than to say G2A is there because they provide a service just like eBay does, where you can discount things through there if you're first party and it doesn't look like you're trashing your product. or a third party who has something they don't really need can sell it. And so service exists. There's going to be bad actors on eBay, just like there is on G2A. We're going to resell stolen merchandise or try to launder money. And those are bad people. We hope that they don't succeed. Thanks if you're a Patreon patron and watching on SIFTD.net. We appreciate it. Thank you if you're an Amazon Prime member and you were thoughtful enough to link your Twitch Prime account. Instructions are in the show description. And thank you if you follow me on Twitter. If you do and you message me, I'll respond. If you don't follow me, I just delete every one of those. We'll see you tomorrow.